All right, let's get the show on the road. Let's get things going. How you doing, Tokyo Ghoul? Welcome in. Hope everybody is having a good day. I certainly am. Oh, guys, don't forget. Hello, Raheem. Do not forget today is free ice cream day at Dairy Queen. You can go get a free vanilla cone. Just letting you know. How you doing, Orange? I will be after this stream. I will be going for my free ice cream. So, just a reminder. Happy 19th of March. Happy 19th of March. Adrian, what's the point in asking questions like this? Really, dude, I can't even tell if you're being serious or not. Yes, clear. Like, dude, come on. No. Like, okay, so here's the thing. If you are genuinely asking, am I a racist? Who's going to actually admit to being racist? Look at how I talk. Look at how I treat people. Am I welcoming to my community? Do I ever say anything discriminatory? Like, look at my behavior. Because, like, honestly, they'd probably deny it. What's my top 5? I don't have a top 5 because I am a general anime enthusiast who just enjoys many series. Goat is not a racist. Yeah, and of course I'm not. Thank you, Ben, for the heart. Thank you, Adrian. It's the 20th for you. Well, Orange, you are clearly from the future. So yes, if you're curious about a content creator's beliefs or how they view the world, yes, you can ask them, but look at the things they say. Just consistently watch them, pay attention to what they do, and see are they the kind of person you want to support or watch. And if you think they're terrible people, then don't watch them. Guys, I'm asking my talking stage to be my girlfriend today. Wish you luck. Enjoy. Have a good time. If whether they say yes or no, we'll still be here. And yeah, we'll still be here at the end of the day. So no worries, man. You're good. Do I think... Okay, Adrian, now I know... Come on, Adrian. What... Now I know you're just not okay. Here's the thing. Telling me that you're 57 kilos at 14, dude. I don't know your body composition. I don't know your build. I don't know your body composition. You could tell me your weight. Doesn't tell me much about you. What's your big 3? There's only one big 3: Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. That is it. I'm 5'9". I am an average height dude. Lack of sleep can cause your brain to briefly shut off while you're awake. Meaning you can be conscious but not actually aware. Well, yes, you can definitely have reduced sense of awareness from lack of sleep, but luckily I get enough sleep. I prioritize my sleep. How about Saitama? What about him? I can't say I'm a Saitama fan. He's okay. Like he's all right. Not my favorite character. He's not even my favorite character from One Punch Man. Why you take the green screen off? I don't know the topic. So here's the thing. Because that's done. Well, it's in progress. Having paintings, well, that catches people's attention more than the green screen does. Ichigo, I mean, I like Ichigo. He's cool. Like, if I picked an anime, so here's the thing. Tokyo, you might be new here. I am not someone who picks favorites. I am a general enthusiast. I've watched nearly 1,000 shows. I can tell you hundreds of shows that I've enjoyed over the years, but I don't really have any particular number 1 overall, or top 3 overall in your case. Thank you, Anas. Welcome in. Thank you for the heart. The topic of today is, if you were to be an alchemist, like Fullmetal Alchemist, what would your alchemist name be? She's 10 out of 10, but hates your favorite anime. Irrelevant to me, because I don't date, so I don't have to deal with that. I like your vids and live stream. I appreciate that, Tokyo Ghoul. I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm just not someone who really picks universal favorites. You may have heard me say, like, this is my favorite from this genre. I've said that before, like Ippo or My Love Story or things like that. But, like, overall, I don't really have favorites. Let's see. Oh, sorry about that. Thank you for the heart in us. Every day there's a topic about an anime I never watched. I'm still on episode 5. That's perfectly fine. But here's the thing. You don't need to be an expert on Fullmetal Alchemist to just name your alchemist, right? So like Edward is named Fullmetal Alchemist because of his partially metal body. There's several other alchemists that I'm not going to name because it would be spoilers for you since you're only on episode 5. Thank you for the slice of cake. I appreciate that. What did I think about how Garter went out? What's Garter? What's Garter? If I was president, would you bet? So here's the thing, Adrian. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but that's already a crime, a serious crime. You can face quite a significant sentence, not strict enough, but that's already illegal. Not sure if you knew that. Who is the best Hokage? For me, here's the thing though. In Shippuden, we see there's some problems because there's more in Boruto in the manga in Blue Vortex. There's some Hokage changes, and I don't know how good a job they do. Spoiler warning for Blue Vortex. In Blue Vortex, Shikamaru is filling in for Hokage, and Shikamaru is my favorite character, and I think he would do a brilliant job. I haven't seen what he actually does in that position. I want to say he's the best, but that would just be me, assuming. I want to say he's going to be the best, but we'll have to get there. So I can't count Shikamaru. That said, I have everyone from Hashirama up until Naruto. With that, I would probably say Naruto. How you doing, Alice? Your favorite alchemist or whatever alchemy you would. So favorite alchemist? That's actually a tough question. It might be Alex Armstrong. It might be Armstrong. It might be Armstrong. Favorite form of alchemy. The thing is, you have like some specialized alchemists like Roy Mustang, but you also have alchemists that will pretty much use whatever is available to them, like Ed and several other characters. So like, the thing is, Ed is very versatile. He can just pretty much use whatever is in his environment. I mean, Roy's is really good. If we have to talk a specific kind of alchemy, I'm not gonna take Roy. I'll think on it. I'll think on it. Is the YouTube chat up? It is up. Like, there's not a lot of people in YouTube right now, but the YouTube chat is definitely up. For me, Tobirama is the best Hokage. I do not agree. You will have to explain that because I don't see any way where he could be. Nos, thank you for the barrage of gifts yet again. I really appreciate it. I was talking about... Hold on, I lost your message. I was talking about Gardar Arnhein's husband. I genuinely don't know that name. Gardhar. Is that a typo or am I just bad at spelling? I trying to see if I even know who that is. Yep, nothing's coming up on Google. I don't know, man. Top 3 hammers. Hammer time. I don't know that many hammers. I know hammer time. I don't know that many. Like, are we talking? Oh, wait. Wait. From Seven Deadly Sins. The sin. What was her sin? What was her sin? Sin of sloth? No. Sin of lust. No. What was her? I forgot her title. Yes, the giant girl. Her hammer. What was her sin again? It wasn't pride. It wasn't greed. It wasn't lust. It wasn't envy. Was it envy? Yeah, Diane. But was it sin of envy? It might have been envy. Have I seen the episode of JoJo's? Nope, I have not. Yeah, it was envy. Yes. No. No. It was not. Was it? No. No. Have I ever seen the original Pokemon sprites? I literally just did a video on that this morning. So yes, I have. On episode 54. Okay, so you're like almost done, Brotherhood. If you're on 54, you're almost done. Is alchemy an only element based? So here's how alchemy works. There are alchemists in Full Metal that specialize in certain kinds of alchemy, but like all forms of alchemy work on equivalent exchange. In order to create a certain outcome, you need the required components to be present. So like if you want to produce a flame, you can't just make fire from nothing. You need oxygen. You need something to burn. You can't just create fire without some sort of exchange. Or if you want to, create diamonds or gold, you can't just create it from nothing. There are exceptions to that, aka the Philosopher's Stone, but we're not going to go into that detail. That you have to watch the series. If I could have any Titan to use an AOT, here's the thing. Let me ask you this: why would you want a Titan? Because if you have Titan powers, you die in 10 years. And also, what are you realistically using them for? There's no place you could really use them unless you live in the middle of nowhere. And if you live in the middle of nowhere and turn into a Titan, what are you doing? Like, there's no reason to have Titan powers. How about Zeus from Records of Ragnarok? I did watch that fight. I did drop Records of Ragnarok. I dropped it. Didn't like it at all. But I did watch the fight with Zeus and Adam. It was a good fight. Not bad for the show. Was Hashirama pushed to fight Madara? No, I mean, here's the thing. Hashirama definitely enjoys fighting, but like there's times where he fought him out of necessity, not out of want. Like, remember when Madara first left the village and that led to a whole fight? Hashirama didn't want to fight him there. But like, and then there's the fourth Ninja War, the final Ninja War. Hashirama showed up to stop Madara, not because he wanted to fight him. So like, there's context. But they also grew up as rivals, so they definitely enjoyed sparring. What do I think of Thor's hammer? Thor's hammer. Oh, that was a decent hammer. Not bad. It's not going to be amongst my favorite hammers because in general I think Record of Ragnarok is pretty boring. Didn't like it. Alchemy or alchemistry? Interesting question. But here's the thing though. We see alchemistry in the anime, but not that much. We know, like, we've seen it in practice, but nowhere near as much as regular alchemy. But I think I'm still taking alchemy because while alchemistry does have a lot of healing properties, a much more of a healing focus, I feel like I could do a lot with just regular alchemy. Boruto, is it good or no? The anime was not good. Blue Vortex is hopefully better. The manga, I've heard better things. Let's see, favorite Grimoire? Probably Yami, so the darkness magic. Would I want the power to control elements or control physics? You control physics, you control elements, so that's kind of a default answer. What was the worst anime I've seen? So here's the thing, I don't have a worst anime. If I don't like something, I just stop watching it. If you don't like a show that much, trying to suffer through it sounds like a miserable experience. And Mustang, offing lust and greed was so peak. I agree, that was a fantastic moment in the anime, and every time I have rewatched that series, that's still always an enjoyable moment. Always. Have I seen the new season of Invincible? I have not. I'm still near the end of season 3. Favorite Fire Force ability? Fire Force ability, let me think on this. There's some interesting ones. I would probably say... what would I pick? Hold on. Here, wait. Fire Force... There's a specific person I'm thinking of. There's a very specific character I'm thinking of. I'm just gonna grab his name. Leonard Burns. Captain Burns. Captain Burns' powers. I like his the most, probably. It's very straightforward, very simple, but very entertaining. Very, very fun. I really like Haikyuu, but I couldn't like it at the same... So you like it, but you couldn't like it. So what about Haikyuu threw you off then? Because I'm a fan of it, personally. What if, hypothetically, you have to watch 20 episodes worth of bad, but it's peak after? So here's how I view it. I'm not doing it. If I have to sit through 20 episodes where I am genuinely having a miserable time, unless someone's paying me to do it, like, hey, I'll give you X amount of money to sit through it, then okay, then I'm at least getting something from it. But otherwise, I'm not watching 20 episodes of something terrible hoping it gets better. I'm not. Will you allow White Zetsu to take over your body? Absolutely not. With the Titan power, I would find a metal ball and then play Titan basketball and become the new. So here's the thing. Where are you finding a basketball net tall enough that a Titan would be using them? Because, like, no, they don't exist. Yes, I do watch Finland. Both seasons are fantastic. So you think One Piece is good from the start? Yes, I do. Do I think One Piece has problems? Yes. Does it have bad episodes? Yes. Is the pacing sometimes really tough? Yeah. Here's the thing. Is it worth it for me? Yes. I don't think it's a perfect series. It's not my favorite series of all time. I'm not claiming to be it's the greatest thing ever, but it was worth it for me. You don't watch FMA or Brotherhood, so I don't know. So here's the thing. You don't have to really watch it to name an alchemy. Like, if you understand how alchemy works. So alchemy in that universe works on the principles of equivalent exchange. So if you want to, create a certain chemical reaction, you need a proper components there. So if you want to make gold, you would need the right materials. If you want to produce fire, if you want to create an object or create some sort of reaction, you can't just snap your fingers and there you go. In most cases, you actually need the essential components. So if you were to be an alchemist, what type of alchemy would you want to specialize in? Like, would you be like really, like, I'd probably be like a cooking alchemist. Like, if you gave me a bunch of ingredients and I just like did my alchemy thing, I'd create some really cool food. Even Syrup Village isn't bad, like people say. I like Syrup Village. It's not going to be anywhere near my favorite. I don't think it's bad. But, like, is Syrup Village going to be better than, like, Wano or like Water 7 or Enies Lobby or Thriller Bark or Dressrosa? No. But it was fun. It was good enough. It was like, it's not going to be the best. You can't stay? That's okay, Steven. That's fine. Hoping it gets better. You've already heard it gets... So, like, here... Okay, so here's the thing, Shallow. You are in... That's still not a statement. Like, that still doesn't mean anything. Just because somebody else, or even multiple people, said, hey, it gets better at this point, that does not mean you're going to feel the same way. That does not mean you're going to feel the same way. Like, even then, like, even if you know it's going to be good at a certain point, I am not sitting through multiple bad episodes to have a good experience. If it takes that long to get good, then in my opinion, it's not a good series. If it takes that long, if it takes 20 episodes for me to start having a good time, I don't think it's a good series. I'm dropping it long before. And if you expect any series to continue to put out content and it's bad for that long, it's not going to make it. It's not going to make it. So as an alchemist, I could use my bones and make it into a ball. Like, here's the thing, you can't. I mean, you could technically use your bones for alchemy, but then you lose your bones. Those things aren't growing back. Let's see. Titan basketball sounds fun, but Colossal Titan aren't allowed to protect the audience. Okay. I'm pretty sure who's showing up to watch Titan basketball anyway? Sounds like a death trap. How do I think about Steel Ball Run? I haven't seen it yet. I do know it came out yesterday. Oh, it came out like somewhere between last night and this morning. I am actively watching the new JJK episode. I had to pause it in the middle to start the stream. So I'm right in the last like 5-10 minutes of the episode. I'm having a good time with it though. It's a good episode. Favorite power system? Alchemy. It's going to go to Alchemy. To be fair, Gintama made it and it has 50 episodes of... Okay, so here's the thing. Shallow, Gintama, in my opinion, was not good. I dropped it because I am not sitting through 50 episodes of something that I think is bad. If you want to torture yourself, then by all means go ahead. If you like it from the start, then like it from the start. But if you are hating your experience for that long, I don't know why you do it. You can't be Luffy, Avina. You can't be because I got the hat. So like by default you can't be Luffy. Where's your hat? I'm just saying. Any opinions on romance? I mean, sure, there's plenty of good romance. There's plenty of bad romance. It's a great genre. Do I watch anime in English or Japanese? I do both. Depends on the series, but I'm a fan of both dub and sub. Well, English dub or Japanese sub, or really as long as I can understand what's going on, I'm good. What are your higher on? Okay, what are you higher on, Demon Slayer or JJK? JJK definitely, definitely JJK. Wouldn't you like to see the founding Titan ankle break the Beast Titan? Not really. I don't like watching basketball in general. I don't really care for the sport. I have no interest in it, and I don't want to be anywhere near giant titans tackling each other because then I'm probably gonna die, which does not sound good. You haven't seen Gintama, but I saw a scene when he was singing Doraemon theme song. It kind of made me watch it. I didn't though. Here's the thing. I never watched Doraemon either. I know who Doraemon is. Also, I think the author of Doraemon just passed away. Rest in peace. I forgot if it was the author or the director. I think it was the director of Doraemon. So rest in peace. FMA is definitely a dub watch. I've watched both. I've seen dub and sub, and I like both casts. Favorite deadly sin in Full Metal? Oh, that's going to Greed. That's easy. I'm going to, but the second Greed, because we meet two Greeds. That's the second one. Did I watch Hell's Paradise? I'm up to date on Hell's Paradise. I think it's great. Opinion on Petals of Reincarnation. I haven't seen that one. I don't even think I know that one. Gintama is really good. Krillin, please give it a go. Oh, you're talking to that Krillin. I didn't like it. Maybe they'll give it a go. We'll see. Eren with the Death Note or Light Yagami with the Founding Titan. The thing is, Eren I don't think is bright enough to use the Death Note effectively. Maybe he'd do okay. Light Yagami with the Founding Titan. The thing is, you put a Founding Titan in Death Note, what are people gonna do? I mean, actually, wait. We're talking about modern society. They have nukes. Yeah, they're just gonna nuke. He's gonna die. Do I think should Madara have been the last villain in Naruto? So I have no issue with the Otsutsuki being a thing. Like their introduction, like them being part of the series, I think is perfectly fine. Could their introduction have been better? Did I feel like their introduction ruined Madara? I kind of do feel that way. Let's see. Would I rather take a heavenly restriction or the 8 gates? Heavenly restriction. Heavenly restriction. Like 8 gates, first of all, every gate you open puts an increasing strain on the body to the point where like you're in tremendous pain and it literally breaks apart your body. And if you use full power, you die. Second, like when am I ever going to need 8 gates in real life? Never. And also, heavenly restriction, I have no cursed energy, but my body is way, 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 way stronger than normal. So like, okay, I'll take it. I'm just really strong for no reason in a world where there's no cursed energy. Done. Could I recommend a series which is not bingeable? Like I have an exam in like 1.5 months. I have noticed I spend more time on YouTube. So like bingeable is more of a personal thing than like what you find bingeable may not be what other people find bingeable. So like I would probably recommend something longer, like or something like something long that you're not going to get through, like Hunter x Hunter or like. But the thing is, if you're having a good time, you're going to want to binge watch it. You know what? How about Beyblade? How about getting into the Beyblade verse? Because that has multiple different series. So like they're all the same thing, but they're different. So like, yeah, I'm gonna say get into the Beyblade verse. I meant something like standalone episodes. So something more like in Gintama-y. I don't think I watched. I've seen a couple of shows that are standalone episodes, but oh wait, wait. This is kind of weird. Let me find it. Where's the skeleton who works the bookstore? Where's the skeleton who works the bookstore? I will find it. Hang on. I know I have it around here somewhere. Right. Can I not find it? Damn. I'm trying to find. Oh, here we. Okay. Gaikotsu. Guy. Okay, skull-faced bookseller Honda-san. Skull-faced bookseller Honda-san. It's literally about a skeleton that works at a bookstore. It's kind of funny. I didn't watch it yet. The Full Metal Con. Yes. So you don't have to watch Full Metal Alchemist to understand the theme of the question of the day. The question of the day is pretty much, if you were an alchemist, what kind of alchemy would you specialize in, and therefore, like, what kind of name would you go by? And alchemy works on the principles of equivalent exchange. Have I seen the new Steel Ball Run? Nope, I am not up to date on it. Current new anime such as Fate, Strange Fake, I think it's good. I'm watching Fate, Strange Fake. I think I'm up to date on it. I'm pretty sure I'm up to date on it now. I think it's really good. I just caught up on Sentenced to be a Hero and on Invisible Man, and I'm almost caught up on JJK. I'm caught up on Hell's Paradise. I'm watching a lot. And a lot of it's a strong season this year. Like the winter 2026 is pretty strong. What happened to you, bro? It's been so long. King, I've been here. Go to my channel. Go to my channel and look. I have been live all the time. My content is coming out. YouTube is not showing my content. It's not getting pushed out anymore. But I'm still here. I haven't gone anywhere. Food alchemy. I said the same thing. I said the same thing. I might be a food alchemist. Someone told me Cowboy Bebop has standalone episodes. I have not watched Cowboy Bebop. It's very high on my to watch list, but I have not yet watched it. Steins Gate. I dropped Steins Gate repeatedly. Couldn't do that one either. Have I seen Solo from Solo Leveling? I mean, I've seen Solo Leveling twice, so yes. You'd be a water alchemist? I mean, okay, so what would you be doing? Like, just making water? Or, like, just someone who carries around a bottle of water and, like, turns it into, like, well, what are you doing with it? Did I watch SBR? No, I have not. I am aware it released, though. I figured a lot of people were going to be talking about it. You'll be an ice alchemist and be a frozen king. A frozen king. So, like, you're going to, like, freeze yourself and just, like, okay. I mean, that's chill. Anyone told me... Okay, I read that. My alchemist is the producer. And what are you producing? Shall thy watch it, or have you yet to be caught up? I am not caught up. I am not. I'm still at I haven't started part 5 yet. I would use ink from tattoos. That's a very specific thing. But, like, I kind of appreciate the uniqueness of it. Early runner up for anime of the year. Probably Sentenced to be a Hero. Realistically, I think it's very strong. Every episode has been good, and the newest episode was also fantastic. I'd give clean water to the homeless. I mean, that's just valid. I appreciate that. Do I prefer Otto's cover from Tokyo Ghoul opening or the OG? I actually didn't listen to Otto's cover. I do love Otto as an artist. She is incredible, but I have not listened to her cover of Tokyo Ghoul. I want to be Pachinko Alchemist. You want to be a Pachinko Alchemist. So, like, you want to just develop rigged slot machines. So, like, only you win. I mean, I guess just, like, assemble a bunch of gambling machines, have people waste their money, and then you come and collect the money kind of deal. If I had to be a devil hybrid in Chainsaw Man, the thing is, I don't know, like, I wouldn't want to be a devil hybrid, but, like, okay. Can't I just be, like, a regular devil hunter? If you're forcing me to... Whatever, I'll take Shark. I'll just take Shark. You got recommended Dr. Stone. I do think it's worth it. I do have complaints. I do have some gripes with Dr. Stone. But do I think it's worth it? Yes. Putting any complaint I have aside, yes, I do think it's worth it. What's the stream about? So it's mostly two things. Just vibing and talking different series, but the main theme or question of the day is, if you were an alchemist, what kind of alchemy would you specialize in, and what name would you go by? When you say a fusion alchemist, when you say a fusion alchemist, are you going to be like the next Shao Tucker? Do we need to put you on a watch list? Let's see, I'll be an accomplished alchemist, a little bit of everything. So, like, I mean, that is a thing. Like, there are alchemists who don't specialize in just one thing. Like Edward Elric and Alphonse, they can use gas, liquid, stone, like anything in their environment and just kind of be creative with it. They're not like Roy who just does fire. So that is technically an option, but you're not going to be like the best at any one thing if you do that. Do I think Gojo versus Sukuna will be a movie? No. I think it's going to just be episodes. I think it's just going to be episodes. I don't think it's worth making into a movie. Okay, so now JJK is ending. They literally delayed the most anticipated battle, but at least Megumi versus Reggie was... Yes, the Megumi fight going on that just wrapped up right now is quite good. I had a good time with it. I was very happy with it. I would also like to be a lightning alchemist and become Zeus. So, I mean, you can control electricity. You can't... I mean, unless you like use your alchemy to build like a lightning rod and then like build some sort of tech to harness that. Like you can definitely be an alchemist who uses electrical based moves like that. That's fine. Best sports anime, Ippo easily. I would be a fusion of Luffy and Rock's D Zebek. That's not a thing. Not an alchemy. I'd pick Dimension Alchemy and still need Dimensional Alchemy. That's not a thing, though. The closest thing to Dimensional Alchemy you're going to get is if you break the cardinal sin of trying to bring someone back to life, and then you're pulled into like the door and see the truth, and then you pay a huge consequence for that. So I don't really recommend it. My brother said he would be something like Van Hohenheim. But here's the thing, he wouldn't be, because Hohenheim is a very, very special circumstance that you can't really recreate, so no. Otaku alchemy, so you're going to turn everyone into weebs? Got it. You're going to just make everyone into weebs. I don't know if Real has an anime, but the manga is amazing. Real. Like just, that's what it's called. It's like a manga called Real. I can't say I know it. Favorite figures of hope. You know what? Give me a quick second. I know exactly who I'm thinking of. I'm gonna say, here. What was his name? Ranking of Kings. It is Bochi. Yeah, I'm going with Bochi. Ranking of Kings. What happened to the filter shorts? You got a lot of views from them. Why did I stop doing them? I stopped doing them for two main reasons, really. For one, they stopped getting views. They literally just stopped getting views. Back in December, YouTube did an update and now it no longer gets shown. So I had no reason to do them. And also, putting views aside, I genuinely hate doing them. I don't enjoy them. I took no interest in them. I basically did them because they work. I like teaching. I like going over anime history and lore and anime facts and that kind of thing. So that's, if you look at any of my recent videos, they're a lot more educational and somewhat fun in nature. They're not just filter games. And honestly, there's nothing very interesting about filter games. It's kind of generic slop that anyone can do. Not anyone can teach. So I'm having more fun with that. How you doing, Zayson? Favorite swordsman in anime? You know what? I don't have a favorite swordsman in anime. Instead, I'm going to pick multiple swordsmen from various series. So I will say Zoro from One Piece. Actually, I'll say Rayleigh from One Piece. I will say Kenshin from Rurouni Kenshin. I will say, what's some other good ones? Let me think through this for a minute. Who in Seven Deadly Sins uses a sword? Escanor uses an axe. Yeah, there's not. I mean, there are. Yeah, even Meliodas uses a blade, and I can't say I love Meliodas. And Bon uses nunchucks. Oh wait, there's Bleach. Kenpachi. I like Kenpachi. The topic of today is: if you were an alchemist, what kind of alchemy would you specialize in, and what would your alchemist name be? If I had to take on one villain's fate from an anime, a villain's fate. Okay, so let me think on this. So, does it have to be a villain that stays a villain? Or can it be a villain that changed sides? Can I be a guy who turns good? We support people on the spectrum. We support people in general. Any Saber class servant for me. I mean, Saber's cool. Uh, Either way, and so any villain, just pick any villain. Okay, let me think on. Who's a villain that I kind of Well, my favorite villain is Meruem, but like Meruem doesn't turn out so good. Meruem doesn't turn out so good. So I'm not gonna take that. Oh wait a second. When Ichigo, hang on a second. When Ichigo is rescuing Rukia during the rescue Rukia arc, and he's like fighting through all the court guard squad, are we counting the captains as villains? Because like from Ichigo's perspective, they are in opposition to him. I don't really consider they're not villains later on, but like I'll take Kenpachi if we want to count him as like a temporary villain. Oh, like a main villain, a main villain. So I can't use. Okay, fine. Oh wait. Hold on a second, because in Death Note, Light is a villain. Like he's the MC, but L is the direct opposition to him. Clearly, L is the good guy in that situation. Light's just wrong. He's wrong in every way. But if I could be L, I would take that. I'll be a fabric alchemist, and I'll be called an alchemist. You know what? I kind of like I like the creativity there, and also you could be like the world's greatest fashion designer who uses alchemy. So I kind of appreciate that. It's a handicap basketball manga. I can't. Okay, I'm not familiar with that one. What's the topic? Okay, I'm sorry that I have to keep repeating it, guys. It is, if you were an alchemist, what alchemy would you specialize in, and what would your alchemist name be? Thoughts on Light's motive and his way of thinking? Light is a deranged egomaniac who's completely out of his mind. Shadow alchemist would be fire, but like, shadow is just a shadow is just like shadows aren't a real, they're not a thing that could be manipulated through alchemy, right? So it's like shadows are just cast when the path of light is intercepted by something else, and the shadows cast. Like it's really just the absence of light, so you can't really do anything with it. I would make people's shadows dance. You can't. Alchemy doesn't do that unless you're twisting their bodies. Explosion alchemy. Okay, that is a thing. Like you could use you could use chemistry to make explosions. That is a thing. You could absolutely do that. If you to take a power from one of the sins in Full Metal, if I were to take one of their powers, either greed or pride, because pride's eye is very perceptive, allowing him to react very quickly. Greed just has very, very enhanced offense and defense, so like just being able to, take a lot of physical damage would be quite handy. Have I read the one-shot manga Death Note Part 2? I have not. I don't really read fiction. I mostly just read nonfiction, unless you're counting reading subtitles. I mostly just watch the animes. What's the name of the dude that murked Hughes? That wasn't a dude. That was Lust. Yeah, that was Lust. What is the question for today? Okay. The theme of today is, I really should just put up something here or something. If you were an alchemist, what alchemy would you specialize in, and what would your alchemist name be? Yes, thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron. What about Envy's powers? I don't really want Envy's powers at all. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't want Envy's powers. No, thank you. To be honest, I don't want anyone's powers. Like, if I could just say I don't want any character's powers, that would be my answer. But I'm not doing that. I'm actually picking something. I would make explosions and be named Rich, because in real life, I would be rich. Okay, there. Do I recommend Full Metal? I definitely recommend Full Metal Alchemist. If you haven't checked it out, I really think it's worth it. Also, the author of Full Metal Alchemist has a new series that is either coming out or is like it's either just coming out or has come out. But do I have to make a transmutation circle, or can I use it? So like, here's the thing. You technically start off without it. But if you want to, commit the cardinal sin and try and bring someone back to life and risk losing something, then by all means go ahead and try it. It's your body. Sir, you cannot be Edward Elric Sr. Nah, you don't get to be the full middle out. Nah. If you want to try and do his kind of alchemy, then okay. But you don't get to just be Edward Elric. Come on. Have I seen One Piece? Yes. Probably more than most people have. Who do I think has the most evil of the anime? Who's the most evil? It kind of depends. It really kind of depends on your viewpoint. Uh, I'd have to like. There's a few, but also there's a few different ways to measure evil. Like there's the like how much they enjoy. Like, do they do things to intentionally inflict pain and misery and cause suffering? How much pleasure do they take from it? The scale of the scale of their actions and how much harm it actually causes, but also looking at their capacity. So like, here's the thing. If you look at like a regular dude, just like a regular person, no powers, does horrible, horrible things. Let's say the Celestial Dragons, right? Basically just greedy, selfish, terrible scumbags of the earth. They're just normal people, really. Compare them to someone like Frieza, who also does horrible, horrible things, but has the capacity to like wipe out solar systems and entire species. So like they're like the scale of what they can do also varies. I think it's a very complicated question. I just want to be Krillin. I mean, you want to be a short, jacked human with a hot android, like a hot cyborg wife. I mean, I kind of understand. If I had to, would I rather fight Shigaraki or Mahito? I'd fight them both because they're fiction and I win by default. So the mic is not really that new at this point. I just usually push it off to the side. I just kind of do this thing, you know. Sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. Someone recommended DxD to me. I want to die, so just don't. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Would I ever watch Invincible? I already did. I've watched most of season 3. I just haven't seen season 4. I was trying to answer yesterday's question all live stream, and it never sent once in 45 minutes. So TikTok and YouTube and like social media platforms in general, sometimes they can suck, and it's really rough when they do that for no reason apparently. Sometimes they filter random things. Sometimes you're shadow banned. Sometimes I don't know. I'm sorry that happened to you. What do I think about? Hold on, you asked a question previously. What do I think about? Oh, Invincible. It's enjoyable. Not gonna be my favorite thing, but it's good. It's good. Not something I could binge watch. Have I played Elden Ring for like 10 minutes? But I also don't own the game, so I can't really actively play it. Would I punch Pan in the face for $1 billion? Yes. Yes, I would. Because Pan is fictional. I can just I can literally just hold up a comic of a Pan, punch the comic, and I get $1 billion. I would also be an alchemist. Okay, an alchemist. Got it. Brilliant. Best magic in Black Clover, in my opinion. I like Yami's the most. Darkness. What do I think about Chopper in the live-action show? I like it. I think I don't think they could have done a better job. Like, I mean, technically, maybe. I don't think they could have done a much better job than they did. What's highly rated anime I can't stand? Oh, I can. Here, I'll piss off. Let's piss off everybody. Steins Gate. Steins Gate, Code Geass, Gurren Lagann. How far do I want to take this? There's some other. I mean, Gintama. Dorothy's Magic is the way to go. I'm still choosing Yami's. Why is your hoodie BR? What are you talking about? I'm just wearing a gym hoodie. A plant alchemist would be good. Yeah, you can absolutely be a plant alchemist for sure. I would be a boogie chemist. A boogie chemist, woogie chemist. A boogie woogie chemist. Okay. I mean, I'm trying to think how you could replicate the boogie woogie in Full Metal. You can't really teleport, and you can't really break someone down to a molecularly. Yeah, I don't know how that would work in Full Metal. Thoughts on JoJo's? I mean, I like JoJo's. I'm just not up to date on JoJo's. Out of 10, Alchemist 10. I'm a big fan of Alchemist. I've never seen FMA, so I don't really know about the power system and all that. So I will simplify it for you to make it very straightforward. Alchemy uses the rules of equivalent exchange. So whatever objects you want to create, whatever reactions you want to cause, explosions, liquids, gas, transforming metals, changing its shape, whatever it is, they all require that the essential materials be present. So like if you want to like do a certain thing, you can't do it from nothing. You can't just use like your energy. There needs to be the essential materials there. So it works on those principles. Invincible or Demon Slayer, then Invincible. I like Demon Slayer, just not. It's fine. I'm not mad at you for your opinion because you are, but I would flame everyone else. I mean, okay. I mean, if I think if you're getting mad at people for liking different series, I think you're too far gone. Uh, I would just be delusional and be okay. So if you just want to be delusional and be weird, then you know what? Then vibe. Just do it. Just do it. I would be the black hole alchemist. So here's the thing. You would destroy, like hypothetically, if you were to do what is required. Let's say you managed to somehow create a black hole, even though you realistically could not. Let's just say you did. You would just die because you would you would get spaghettified. Speed alchemist. So like that's not real. Like, that's not really how alchemy works. Like the yeah, you wouldn't be able to like speed up your ball unless you're gonna like use some sort of alchemy to propel yourself faster. Like I don't know, use flame alchemy as like jets to launch yourself or something, or like using water or using some sort of force that pushes you to move faster. You can't just like alchemy. I'm now fast. Favorite genre? Romance or like wholesome anything that's like just easygoing, relaxing, that kind of stuff. Is it normal that Code Geass have bad video quality? Is it just because it's old? So like I don't know what you mean. I've watched Code Geass. While I'm not the biggest Code Geass fan, the video quality is not bad at all. Like at all, at all. The animation style is definitely older because it's an older show, but it definitely doesn't look bad at all. I don't know what. Are you watching it on like 360p or something? What's your favorite anime villain? Mine's Meruem. He's mine too, so I totally understand. So far in Pokemon, what do I think of Giovanni as a sort of background villain? He's basically non-existent. He literally does nothing except complain about how incompetent Team Rocket is. We've literally seen him do virtually nothing at all. How many episodes total of what? Of Alchemist? I think it was. Forget how many episodes it is. Was it like 60 something, 70 something? I know it's not very long. Alchemist is not very long. I would be an ice alchemist. You're not the first one to say that, so completely understandable. It's easy because like water is readily available. You could just freeze it and then like do a whole bunch of cool stuff with ice. Giovanni did the only one thing in Gen 5. I'm nowhere near Gen 5. I remember back in the day, people used to upload anime episodes in parts on YouTube. Correct. In fact, my first full watch through of Dragon Ball Z was on YouTube. And it was like episode 1, part 2, part 3, episode, like, oh my god. It was such a pain. But we did it. Best Pokemon villain would be Sinnoh guy. I forgot his name. So, like, if you happen to remember his name, because like I'm watching Pokemon Diamond and Pearl right now. I mean, Giovanni isn't wrong that Team Rocket is incompetent. I mean, yes, he's not wrong. I just think he's a pretty lame character at this point. Like he's really done nothing at all. You're not okay. You're nearly to Gen 5. Diamond and Pearl is Gen 4. So yeah, I'm working my way through. To give you an idea, I just finished the episode where Ash was battling against. He was going for his 8th badge, and the gym leader forgot his name. The guy with the Raichu forgot. He didn't want to fight, and then his friend stepped in, and he had a really strong Infernape, and then it was like his Infernape wiped Ash's entire team. Volkner. I just finished Ash versus Volkner, so I'm right there. Let me guess, that big dude is a strength alchemist. So no, strength alchemy is not a thing. He does like to work out though. Alex Armstrong, he mostly uses stone, like uses earth, like walls and stuff. Mostly like the stone alchemist. I don't know what was his name. What was his alchemist name? But like he mostly uses like brick and mortar and stone. Uh, you basically in peak season of Diamond and Pearl. Right now, I'm actually having a good time. I thought most of Diamond and Pearl was really bad. Like I was not having a good time. Right now, I am actually having a good time with it. So far, who has been your favorite side protagonist in Pokemon? Oh, it's Brock. It's Brock. Uh, then Misty would be second. Like I definitely prefer the OG party way more than May or Max or Dawn. Like it's Brock and Misty for sure. What anime world would I be isekai'd into? Probably Food Wars because there's food. Brock is easily my favorite side protagonist, and fair enough. Like Brock is great. Brock is definitely great. Smoke Alchemy. I mean, I guess that smoke can consist. Here's the thing: smoke can consist of a lot of different things. So there's a lot that could really mean. Was Shigaraki right? Not really, no. Can I spoil the ending of MHA? Yes, okay. Spoiler warning for the end of MHA final season. Giving people a second. Okay, so like Deku. Okay, so like Deku's fighting Shigaraki. Everyone shows up to help him. They ultimately defeat Shigaraki. He dies. Deku loses his powers. And then eventually they actually build him the technology to return to the career of being a hero. And he's a teacher. Diamond and Pearl become very good once you get to the Heart Home Tag Team Contest. So like here's the thing, I'm enjoying Diamond and Pearl right now. Like I did not enjoy most of it, but right now I'm liking it. I am Deku, we are out of toothpaste. Come on, Deku's he's a good character, man. I like his ending. The manga, Brock was always mad he kept having to fight beginners because he's the first gym. But like, here's the thing. I guess in the games, Brock is like the first gym, but in the anime, there's no real required order for the gym badges. You can really go in any order, at least in the anime. 2 episodes left for Free Rent Season 2, correct. It's pretty disappointing season compared to the first one. I had high expectations. So I disagree with you somewhat. To say this season was disappointing, I just adamantly disagree with you. Very strongly. To say that I like season 1 more than 2, I think is... yeah, I probably enjoyed season 1 more than 2. But like, to say there's a huge gap, I would say no. Let's see, Gen 5 will be much better. I'm going to keep watching anyway, because I have decided that I want to watch all of Pokemon. And let me tell you, under normal circumstances, I would have dropped it because I did not enjoy most of it. What's the longest anime I've watched, not including the big 3? Then probably Hunter x Hunter. Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's not big 3. Yeah, so yeah, Dragon Ball. Thank you. I dropped into season 6 because it was repetitive. Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe disappointing is not the right word, but yeah, I enjoyed the first one. Okay, so that's okay. To say you enjoyed the first season more than 2, I understand that because I feel similarly, but I definitely don't feel like season 2 in any way disappointed me. I'm loving season 2. You're about to get the Sinnoh Grand Festival. Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. Like May has all of her ribbons. She's got all 5. From the games and anime you've seen. Who is my favorite Pokemon gym leader and or champ? Okay. You said all the game. Okay. So the games I'd have to look back at it because I'm playing Fire Red right now, and I'm currently at like 6 badges I think, and I have played Red, White. I played Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Black 2, Zeta A. And now Fire Red. I'd have to go back and see who was my favorite for those, but in the anime, I think it would be Lance. I think it's going to be Lance. He's probably my favorite. Door Alchemist, you make doors. Okay, a Door Alchemist, nice. Also this JJK new season has very good graphics, I agree. But you preferred the first season silliness and friendship of the main trio. I mean, that's understandable. It definitely doesn't have those components as much. I think it has some silly moments, but not to the same degree. I think I enjoyed season one the most, mostly because like I don't know if anything is ever gonna top the Toto Itadori tag team for me. Oh, okay. Favorite Mass Effect companion. Favorite Mass Effect companion. It's probably going to be. It's going to be one of two people. It's either going to be Mordin Solus or Urdnot Rex, and thank you for the rose. It's either going to be Mordin or Rex. I love so many of the Mass Effect characters. I truly do. I truly do. But like, if I have to pick, yeah, Toto is peak. Toto is my favorite character in JJK. How good can you degrade? I don't degrade. I mean, I don't really do that. Also, thank you for the 15, 18, 21, 25, 30. Okay, a lot of roses. 35 roses. Thank you for that. How good can you degrade? How, again, what's with the degrading comments? I'm about to go watch Oshinoko. I'm on season 2. Enjoy. I have not started myself yet. Also, the movie was pretty nice. The movie was pretty nice. JJK Zero. It was a good movie. And thank you, Joe Kage, for the creepers. The best arc in One Piece. I like Wano the most, closely followed by Marineford and Enies Lobby. Your favorite gym leader is Lieutenant Surge. Fair enough. He's a solid pick. Yeah, fair enough. That's a good pick. In my opinion, what show is under talked about, but it's in my top 10? I don't have a top 10. But if I just have to talk about a show that's under talked about, probably something like Metabots or the original Beyblade. Like Beyblade is still talked about plenty, but like the OG Beyblade, the first one. I really think you should go back to the old style of shorts. The views here are not it. So here's the thing, Spotify, you are wrong. Okay. So you're wrong, right, and wrong. So one, I don't care about the views. Second, YouTube changed its algorithm back in December, so the same content it doesn't get views anymore, so even if I went back to it, it wouldn't do well. And third, let's just be honest with ourselves. Doing the same old filter videos are mindless slop that anyone can do, and they're not that interesting, they're not that fun. I didn't enjoy doing them, I did them because they worked. If I'm not gonna get views, I might as well just do the content that I genuinely enjoy doing. I am 34. Do I think Aang will know stuff like metal bending and lightning bending in the movie? I mean, I think it's... I don't have any reason to say yes. Like, the reason he went around mastering all the bending was to win the war. So, like, I guess it depends on what events take place during that time that would necessitate acquiring more bending abilities. Also, like, yeah, I don't really see him doing it. Such a daddy, thank you. Thoughts on Snow White with Red Hair? It is my favorite romance series of all time. I'm sub to you, and now you don't even show it to my... Yeah, so, like, again, remember I mentioned that YouTube doesn't show my videos anymore? Like, I have roughly 35,000 subs on YouTube. Less than 0.5% of my audience sees my videos now. Like, they don't see it. And I don't worry about it because there's nothing I can do about it. No, YouTube changed its operation system back in December. But as I said, worrying about it is not going to do anything. Like complaining about views, it's not going to do anything. I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to do content that I think is fun. And the people who want to be here are going to be here. But I can't do anything about, whether my content gets shown in that regard or not. I like that blue girl. I forgot her name. Which blue girl are you referring? I don't know which blue girl you're talking about. In my opinion, what is better, Code Geass or Death Note? So I had more fun with Death Note, but I think Code Geass is the better series. What do I think of Monster? Monster is a very enjoyable but slow burn series. If you enjoy like a good murder mystery and you have the patience, it's worth the watch. Let's see, drug alchemy. Okay, I get you want to be a pharmacist. Then just say you want to be a doctor, man. When you say drug alchemy, you sound really suspicious. Do you go for S? No, you're getting weird now. S, you're getting weird. Best villain is Madara. Best villain is Meruem. I will die on that hill. Favorite Minecraft biome? I don't play Minecraft. I just took no interest in the game whatsoever. Have I seen some lore? TLOK, The Legend of Korra. I actually couldn't finish Legend of Korra, and I tried like 3 times. I just could never finish it. I couldn't do it. Best horror? Maybe Gakko Gurashi. I don't really watch much horror, but I'd say Gakko Gurashi. All pharmaceuticals are drugs, though. I mean, yes, pharmaceuticals are drugs. Have I seen Theater of Darkness? Nope, I actually don't think I've heard of that one. I'm not. I will DM you later. DMs are blocked. Garrus Valkyrian can't ever go wrong. Oh, I love Garrus. I do love me Garrus. He is fantastic, but he's I cannot put him over Morden and Rex. I love Rex's attitude and his like sass and his confidence and just the way he does things. And then Morden is just a genuine good boy. And did you see the bonus content with Morden, like the singing content? That's so much fun. Have I seen Samurai Flamenco? I have not. It's a really disturbing anime, probably the most disturbing I've watched. I didn't see the first comment, so I missed what you're talking about. Unless it's the one I just read before. Madara never lost, he was betrayed. But here's the thing. Losing a battle has nothing to do with how good of a character you are. I'm not sure if you realize this, but how strong you are or your win rate has literally zero correlation. No correlation in any capacity with how good of a character you are. You said best villain. And while I think Madara is a great villain, that is not an argument. You're talking about Liara Steven? Who's Liara Steven? What's your favorite donut, Raditz or Rengoku? I like Rengoku more than Raditz. I have watched some of Invincible. I have not watched all of it yet. I will eventually get there. What do I think about the mixed opinion of Aang dying so easily at the beginning of Legend of Korra? What do you mean easily? Like, he aged. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? He's still a human being. He's not immortal. I usually ran Garrus and Erdnot. So, like, that's a great team. If you're talking Mass Effect 1, Garrus and Erdnot go-to team, that is perfect. That is perfect. In Mass Effect 2 and 3, you do have a lot more options. Because let's be real, Mass Effect 1, you have like Garrus, you have Rex, you have Kaidan, who sucks. You have, what was her name, Amanda? No, it wasn't Amanda. Was it Amanda? The both humans suck. Yeah, like, dude aged. He just aged. He's a human being. Let's cosplay teacher, student. No, we're not doing that. As soon as I become a voice actor for anime, I'm gonna shout you out. I mean, I really appreciate that. Are you actually in the voice acting field? Like, what have you done? Have you done anything? What's the topic today? If you were an alchemist, what kind of alchemy would you specialize in, and what would your title be? You've never played ME2, but will one day. Highly recommend it. Like, I highly recommend going through the entire Mass Effect 1, 2, 3. It depends on who lives in ME1. So, like, the thing is, yes, in ME1, no matter what you do, you're going to lose somebody. So, like, there is that. But here's the thing. Regardless of who lives, both of those characters suck. They both suck. Any battle shonen animes that have good animation. Okay, that's like most battle shonens. Like, that's so many. I guess it depends on you can go, okay, Fate. Go watch Fate. Fate Stay Night. So S, I'm not sure if you've caught on to this. I don't flirt with people on social media. I think that's just not, I don't do that. Also, I don't date in the first place. But I don't flirt on social media. Like, I avoid that. Aang aged but was only 40 compared to Roku, who was at 70. Are you forgetting that Aang was frozen in an iceberg for like 100 years? What's your answer to the topic of today? I'd probably be the cooking alchemist. So like, I would just gather a bunch of ingredients and like slam together an incredible recipe. Thank you for the follow, O-Shift. Kaidan was the first to die for me, and I thought he was just a random soldier. So like, Kaidan sucks. I don't like Kaidan at all. Both human companions in Mass Effect 1 are terrible, and they don't get better. I just don't like them. You could say they get slightly better, maybe, but not really. I don't like them. Have I read The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho? Nope, I have not read The Alchemist. Do I usually go Renegade or Paragon? I definitely strongly prefer Paragon. Like, I strongly prefer Paragon. I don't enjoy Renegade. I asked one question: Are you into women? Yes or no? And I said I don't date. And I said I don't date. So like, it's irrelevant because I'm not into anybody. How you doing, Miss? Thank you for the heart. I started watching One Piece. Should I watch the filler? I'd say it depends on how much of a good time you're having. Like, I've watched the filler. Can't Some of them are okay, some of them are not. But like, I guess it depends how much of a good time you're having. Because most people feel like One Piece is already a drag with the pacing. Saying that you have to watch the filler too, I feel like may not be required. But if you're really having a good time, go for it. No, I'm not Ace. I just don't date. Favorite favorite hand-to-hand combat character? Oh, we got some good picks. We have like the entire cast of Windbreaker. We have Rock Lee and Might Guy. We have do I want to go? I could also go in. I'm not going to go into God of High School. I'm not going to go God of High School. I'm going to say probably maybe Might Guy. Caden was the first to die. I think you're cute, so that means you have to date me. No. If you keep honestly S, if you don't honestly S, you're spamming chat, so I'm gonna mute you now because you're not like respecting boundaries. Do I think you could be Gordon Ramsay then with Alchemist cooking alchemy? So here's the thing: cooking alchemy does not make you a better cook. It would just make you very efficient. It would just make it very, very efficient. I cannot outcook Gordon Ramsay, so no, I cannot. What are some characters who are great representations of hope? I think I already answered this exact comment earlier today. Bocchi from Ranking of Kings. Because people who don't know Brotherhood can't participate in the chat. So that's not necessarily true. All you need to do is have a basic understanding of how alchemy works in that verse, which is basically the principles of equivalent exchange. That's really all you need to know. You need to know if you want to do a thing, you need to have the essential parts there to do it. That's really all alchemy is. Oh, you want to make a fire, you need fuel, you need oxygen, and then like use alchemy to set it. So like, it's not a complex question. They might have to ask that, which I don't mind, but you don't have to watch the series to know it. And thank you for the rose, Ms. Am I hyped for Vinland Saga Season 3? I'm definitely looking forward to it. When you mean equivalent exchange, do I mean you have to sacrifice something? So like, in order to produce a certain reaction, like a chemical reaction, or like alter the shape or condition of an object, then you have to, there needs to be available materials. You can't just like slap your hands and then boom, you can do whatever you want. There are instances where that happens, but it's explained in the anime. There's a reason for it, but typically you need to have the appropriate resources or materials available to do the thing. Basically, yes, alchemy is like it's like magical crafting. That's a way to phrase it. It's magical crafting. I don't date. Wait, what are you? No, I'm not Ace. You like romance anime. So yeah, here's the thing. I've made this clear multiple times. Why do I watch anime? I watch anime because it makes me feel good. It is cozy, it is relaxing, it is fun, right? That I have said multiple times. I've said that multiple times. And romance anime is typically very wholesome, relaxing, cozy, and fun. So, it is one of my preferred genres. How did I feel about Invincible season? I haven't seen season 4. I'm not done season 3. I'll be an oil alchemist, but eventually the United States will try to capture me. Probably yes. What did I think about Elio getting nominated for Best Animated Movie over Demon Slayer? I haven't seen Elio. I don't even think I know that one. Silent Voice. Silent Voice is a great movie. Great movie. Is it sad? Yes, but it's a great movie. But not dating seems extreme. But here's the thing. But like, I'm not going to go into my dating life on a live stream. I don't think it's really like necessary. I don't think it's like, I don't really do that. But I just don't want to. That's really it. Why did I think season 3 of One Punch Man was bad? for every possible reason. Wait, there's two ways I can approach this question. Are we talking about what did the season do wrong, or why did the team fundamentally fail? So like, did they start the project too late? Was it bad management? Was it poor budgeting? Was it like scheduling issues? That I don't know all the details. Okay, so like I've heard secondhand. I have not like researched it. So you're taking this as like possibility, not confirmed. That like they really started late on this. People were like seeing like dates in the background of the screen and how they started way too late, or like how it was basically a rushed project. So like that could explain it. I don't know exactly why it failed so bad, but it did. It makes sense. It was just a curveball. No problem, man. No problem at all. So yeah, some people don't have. Yeah, I physically do not have the time. I physically do not have the time. Next week I'm starting my third job, so like I really don't have any time for any stuff really. Elio lost $1 million and had the lowest opening weekend of every Pixar movie. Oh, that's why I didn't know it. I haven't seen a Pixar movie in a hot minute, though I do appreciate Pixar. Like Incredibles, I love The Incredibles. Favorite Pokemon? Cyndaquil. Do I think there will ever be a season 4 of One Punch Man? Yes. Well, actually, it's going to be a season 3 part 2. Will it be bad? I guess we'll see. I mean, to be fair, I think season 2 was bad, and I think season 3 was worse. I'd like to hope it gets better. How is Dragon Ball not in the big three if there's so like it's simply a timeline thing. Dragon Ball predates the big three. That's it. Dragon Ball predates the big three. It's not during the same era. Is it me or the trio of JJK is like literally Naruto with some slight differences, even Gojo, Kakashi vibes? You could definitely say there's inspiration there, but like I don't think they're mirror copies. Like yes, Megumi is like the edgy, like emo, broody guy, kind of like Sasuke. I think Nobara is pretty different from Sakura. There's some similarities there. I also find even like Gojo is very different from Kakashi. I get the aesthetic similarities, but I think their personalities are very very different. I could see where you're seeing it. The group structure, some artistic similarities, but no, I don't think it's like a copy paste. There's definitely like some level of inspiration there, which is fine. Why did I think season 2 of One Punch Man was bad? Because I was bored. I didn't like the villains. I didn't like the pacing. The animation was definitely a drop off. I just felt disengaged. I was not having a good time with it. Yes, I'm looking forward to Villain Saga season 3. I think I answered you, Miz, but all right, I'll answer again. Let's see. I saw someone ask who would I add to the big three if it was the big five instead, and someone said AOT. So very different time period, so that wouldn't make any sense. I would say if you're going to make any addition to the big three in any capacity, then Hunter x Hunter has to be it. Because the reason Hunter x Hunter didn't originally make the big three is because of health issues from the author. He had to keep going on hiatus because he kept getting sick. And if you look at Hunter x Hunter's performance, Hunter x Hunter was performing at the level of the big three when it was releasing regular chapters. So if it never had any interruptions in its releases and was able to maintain a foothold in those top spots, I would argue that Hunter x Hunter was performing on the same level as Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. Favorite Skyrim follower? I don't remember her name because it's been many years since I played Skyrim, but I remember her look. She was part of like the werewolf. She's part of the. She was one of the werewolves. Short hair, short dark hair, brunette. Fairly like lean, muscular kind of build to it. Maybe I can. Hold on, I'll just find it. Give me a second. Skyrim followers. I'm sure I can find it really quick. I'm sure I can find it. Here, Lydia. It was Lydia. There you go. It was Lydia. I hadn't seen Hunter x Hunter when playing Jump Force, so seeing Gon transform for the first time was a shock. Oh yes, his rage mode. That's quite a scene. What anime of the last 5 years do I think will be inspiring multiple animes in the future? That is an interesting question. I've never been asked that one. What do I think is going to inspire many anime down the road? Like setting the groundwork. Uh, you know what? I'm not gonna do a shonen. I'm gonna do a different. I'm gonna do a romance. I'm not gonna pick a shonen because you guys talk too much about shonen. I'm not gonna do battle shonen. I'll branch out a bit. What is something really good in the last 5 years that's really going to influence many series? That's a really good question. Let me think on it. I don't think Love is War. I like Love is War. I don't think it's revolutionary. I really don't think it's revolutionary. That's a really good question, and I want to give a good answer for it. You just paid some Fiverr witch to curse you. Okay, witches are not real. So Free Ren is one of my favorite. Like I do love Free Ren. Is it going to be revolutionary? Like, is it going to? One thing I think that it does very interestingly is the way it incorporates multiple. Like, yes, it tells the story once the main adventure is already over, and I think that's an interesting way to go about it. But also, the all the other genres and components they fit into it. I wouldn't be mad at Free Ren. I would not be mad at that call. I wouldn't be mad at it. Isla the Huntress is the werewolf. Lydia's the Thay. Isla. I don't think it was Isla though. I don't think it was Isla. I think it really was. I think it was. I think Lydia was my favorite though. I looked at the picture. It was Lydia. Who is your favorite? Favorite Mangekyo Sharingan and or Susanoo? I'm gonna make up an answer. To be honest, I'm just gonna pick Kakashi. High School DxD, I dropped it immediately. Could not do it because I'm not into Goon. Hi there, been on the Mass Effect live. Sorry I couldn't stick. You know what? Don't even worry about it. Even you just stopping by the Twitch live streams is really appreciated. Just stopping by, even to say hi, I really appreciate it. Full Metal Alchemist name. Okay, wait. Full Metal Alchemist name the Full Metal Alchemist. Edward Elric. Favorite anime? I do not have a singular favorite. I am what you call just a general enthusiast of many things. The world shall know pain. I think the world already knows pain right now. Yeah, the companions are the werewolves. Lydia, the goat, though. Yeah, I do love Lydia. She's great. She is great. If I want to start a manga, how to pick a style? So like, are you? I guess it depends on the how to pick an art style. I guess it depends on what your drawing skills are like. You know how you specifically draw and the kind of story you're trying to tell. But like every artist is going to be different. Every artist is going to be different. They all have their own preferences, and I don't think there's a wrong way to do it. Jazargo for sure. Is Aaron's plan useless without Zeke? Not. I don't really think so. Trying to think of why that would be the case. Also, my camera keeps moving. Stay still. The YouTube camera keeps moving. It's really annoying. Is it good now? I think it's okay. Favorite Fallout. Oh, favorite Fallout companion. Okay. Favorite Fallout companion. From which game? From which game? Are we talking all of them? I mean, Serena the Vampire should be up there for Skyrim. So, like, I actually found Serena kind of useless. I mean, she's okay. I also did not enjoy her campaign at all. Can you show me the Goku shirt? Can you show me the Goku shirt? Okay. This whole thing. This one? I mean, it's the only Goku shirt I have, so I assume you meant this one. I don't really wear it anymore. Go back to YouTube Shorts because your videos look so small in the corner. What do you... Oh. I intentionally put it that way. I intentionally set the camera to be small. So, like, if you spread out the camera, it looks really bad. I mean, I can make it bigger, but, like, I intentionally kept it small. Do I think GTA 6 will inevitably fail because people's expectations are astronomically high? So I don't care about GTA 6 at all. I'm not getting it. I will not. I will not get it. But that is a huge problem for it. So I think I think some people are going to be happy no matter what, and I think some people will be disappointed no matter what. I think it's going to be very controversial. I think it's going to be very controversial regardless of how well it does. The best Fallout companion has got to be either Nick Valentine or Craig Boone. If we're talking Fallout 4, then Valentine. If we're talking all of them, yeah, I'm still taking Nick Valentine. Like, Nick is definitely not the strongest companion by any means, but he's my favorite personality. Fallout New Vegas is the best Fallout game, so here's the thing. I want to say that, but I can't, because I streamed Fallout New Vegas, and it was so buggy that it was completely unplayable. It was crashing an average of 15 to 20 times per stream. I could not get through the game. The story is good. The world is good. The gameplay is good. It's unplayably buggy. It is. I can't do it. I can't do it. Is Warhammer Titan cosplay for Halloween okay? Go for it. Any cosplay is okay. Oh, there might be some caveats to that. New Vegas had the best DLC. I can't do the DLC if the game doesn't run without crashing. So, like, what do you want me to do? Apparently, they predicted to make $8 billion in the first year, 4 times the money they spent on the game. So, like, here's the thing. With the economy the way it is, and the price tag of the game, it's going to be, like, what? The game's like going to be $150 or something? Well over $100? There's going to be an extremely, like, there's going to be a reduction just because of that in the number of people who could afford the game. And, again, I think some people are gonna buy it just for just to see if it was worth it or not. I don't know. I don't think it's making that. I don't think it's making 8 billion in the first year. Are you going to watch Steel Ball Run in several months? It's not going to be soon. I'll watch it in several months. Did I like Dress Up Darling? Yes, but I also found it boring. Like, season 2 was definitely more boring than season 1, and the ending was also disappointing. Do I think I should watch Bleach or the manga? Oh, watch it or read it. I think the Bleach manga is better than the anime. Like, I don't think there's. Also, another thing is the anime in the final part of in the last season, they're going to be adding in some stuff that's different from the manga. So, like, and also the last part isn't out yet, so I would read it. I would read it and then go watch it probably. I couldn't care less about GTA 6. It's a game for casual normies, probably the same people that watch sports. Look, here's the thing. I'm not going to judge somebody for getting the game. I'm not going to judge somebody for watching sports. I think that's silly. But I'm taking no interest in the game. I'm at the last season of Overlord and the anime is so good. So the thing is, I think Overlord is good. I don't think the newer seasons are that good compared to the earlier seasons. Have I watched Nausea? I have not. Top 3 romance, Snow White, love story, and maybe Sign of Affection. I was also thinking about doing a season 4 Eren cosplay for Halloween. It would be pretty easy to do. Eren is that would be pretty easy. Do I know any romance anime about cosplaying other than Dress Up Darling? Specifically about cosplaying? Not really. And I have watched a lot of romance. I've seen, like, Christmas episodes and Halloween episodes, and they put on a costume, but, like, an anime about cosplaying? No, I don't. Did I like Devil May Cry? I haven't seen it. I think I saw one episode before I dropped it. It didn't stick. Out of Ash's Pokemon so far, my favorite Pokemon so far is definitely, I think it's going to be, it might be Infernape. It might, I'm thinking through this. Oh wait, no, there's Squirtle, there's Bulbasaur, Butterfree, Pidgeot, Charizard. Okay, no, it can't be Infernape. We also just got to Infernape. I think for now it is Charizard. We'll see. Infernape is genuinely. I do think Infernape is great. To be clear on this, I do think Infernip is great, but he literally just evolved a few episodes ago. Like we just got there. I can't say he's a favorite right off the gate. Like there's not enough yet in time. I can see that it's probably one of the most popular games in general. Which one? GTA, but maybe. Steel Ball Run is one of the best mangas. Everyone's gonna watch it. So like JoJo's has a massive fan base, but I will say this. I will critique that. Actually, here's a warning for JoJo's fans. Do not be the fan base that shoves a series down people's throat because you're going to turn people away from it. If you keep pestering someone to watch a show, even though you think it's really good and it's worth the watch, if you keep doing it, then you might actually deter them from trying it. I'm going to Japan in a year and a half, so I will be going. I actually just got my passport renewed. My friend tells me to watch Cyberpunk. I haven't. Should I? I think it's good. I do think it's good. I'm not done yet, but I'm right there. I'm right near the end. It's definitely good so far. Besides Brock, who do I think is Ash's best companion? Misty, because you have May, Max, and Dawn, and I don't really like May, Max, or Dawn all that much. So I'm gonna just say Misty. What would I do in Japan? Everything. Try foods, go to like hot springs, Godzilla Museum, theme parks, shopping districts, that kind of stuff. Just have a good time, really. I mean, I do have a greenish eye and brownish hair. I just need to use makeup for Titan marks. So like here's the thing. You don't have to be a perfect replica. Some people cosplay just the outfit. They don't like to wear wigs. They don't like to do all the different makeup and details. They just want to wear the outfit. That's fine too. That's okay. I'm not a sports guy, and I'm not hyped for GTA 6, but I'll play it. I've played a few of the games over the years. It's not my favorite at all, but usually a fun play. I like games like Laws and WoW. Oh, okay. Not really into those games either, but I do love a good MMO. I do love a good MMO though. Favorite team, favorite in Team Rocket? I gotta say, whoever's there the least. Because I do not like James, I do not like Meowth, I do not like Jesse. I don't like them. I do not like them. Do I have to pick one from that trio? If I have to pick one from that trio, probably James, I guess. Will I vlog in Japan? Yes and no. Yes and no. When I'm with my friends, there will not be recording. When I am with my friends, that is time for me and my friends. That is our trip. It is not time for social media. When like they are asleep and I'm up early because that's how I am, I can do a quick vid here and there. But I will not be like, no, I'm not going to be that guy. That trip is for us. Would I go to a maid cafe and record it for us? No and no. Well, am I directly opposed to a maid cafe? If the food is good, I would go. Will I film in there? No. I will not, because that would it could make the maids very uncomfortable. I do not want to be one of the creepy the creepy Westerners that they don't like. And as I just said, when I'm with my friends, it's not social media time. That is our time. I'll definitely do research. Definitely do. I heard when I come back, you should do a video about the things you liked or did. Yeah, I absolutely will. Like, I'll go live in Japan. I will do lives, but not when I'm with my friends. Like, if you were with your friends on a trip and you're spending half the time on your phone talking to strangers and not like enjoying the time with them, yeah, that would just ruin the trip for everybody. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. What's your favorite anime about favorite subculture? Oh, I genuinely have not the faintest idea. I genuinely don't even know where to be. I don't know. It's not a question I've ever even considered. Black Lagoon is peak. Black Lagoon is definitely worth watching. It is very much worth watching, 100%. Have I seen the new Fire Force episodes? I think I have. Oh, wait. I'm a little bit behind. I finished Arthur versus Dragon. So you know where I'm at. Isn't Eren in season 4 just a depressed guy with Titan powers? Not okay. That's oversimplification. Aaron is not just a depressed guy with Titan powers now. Aaron is a guy who has accepted accepted in order to create a certain outcome. These sacrifices have to be made, and he chose the timeline that he chose the timeline to make that happen. Who is your favorite Pokemon from Team Rocket? Oh God. Favorite it's not going to be Weezing. It's not going to be Victory Bell. It's I don't really like wait. Yeah, maybe Yanmega? Yeah, I think Yanmega. I'm going to Japan with no, you're not, Shadow. No, you're not. Don't worry. No one from this chat is going to Japan with me. That's the only. Okay, that's only for full-time streamers that go to Japan with other streamers. So like, okay, if I was going on a trip with other streamers, then that's a different story. I'm going with my regular friends who barely have a social media. They're not on social media really. So like, I'm not going to be filming them. We're not going to be like doing all that stuff. We might take pictures for ourselves, but no, I'm not doing that. I am now your friend. I don't know who you. I mean, thank you, Marco, but I don't know you. My favorite one personally is probably Arbok. Arbok is a good pick. Arbok, I think, is one of the better picks. Shallow Worlds Trust. I'm going with. No, you're not. Shadow. You're not. You're not. Favorite Mario game? Probably the classic Mario 64. Probably the classic Mario 64. That would be weird. Totally makes sense. Exactly. Like I'm not gonna drag my friends into my world. Like this is what I do. I choose to do it. They didn't sign up for that. Why do I think Giovanni keeps sending Jesse and James for Pikachu? He's not. He is not. Find me a single scene where Giovanni has said, "Go capture me this Pikachu." He has never. Actually, he barely ever gives them orders. One of the usually Giovanni only sends them orders to to go do this thing to get them out of the way because they're incompetent and will fail. Gift, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to ban you, man. We don't do that here. Sorry, dude, you're out. Why are you not from New Jersey? Because I'm not American. Obviously. What do you mean, why am I not from New Jersey? Giovanni? No, Giovanni from Team Rocket. Tamaki? Hang on. I like Tamaki. He's cool. I really like his abilities. I really like Tamaki's abilities. No, I'm sorry. I cannot be the state of New Jersey. I'm not that fat. I cannot be an entire state. I've been to New Jersey. I've been to New Jersey. It was a while ago. When I become Japan. When will I become Japan? Yes, I'm going to become the entire country. Okay, excellent. Have I seen Watamote? Not yet. I have not. Why haven't I? I don't know. I know I haven't. You look like an average man from Indiana. I'm not American, guys. I'm not American. I am Canadian. I believe Jesse and James just realized he was an abnormally strong Pikachu, and they want to impress the boss. Honestly, after failing the first time or two, they are so dumb for repeatedly going after it. So it's just an ongoing gag. Like, it's just them failing over and over every single episode. And once in a while, they will do something right, normally in the movies. Like, they have some good moments in the movies. In the anime, they are just so annoying. They are my least favorite part of the series. They are my least favorite part of the entire anime. What are your thoughts on Siege of Antietam? I have no idea what that is. I genuinely don't even... Is that a game or a show? I don't even know. You look like Sasuke? I do not. Let's be real. Why do you guys sell milk in bags? Because it's more environmentally friendly than plastic. Like, it's more environmentally friendly than containers. So you could buy the bag of milk, put it in a reusable jug, cut off the tip, and there you go. I'm planning to move to Canada when I graduate. Any recommendations? Bring a winter jacket. It's cold. Well, we have warm winters like anyone else, I guess, but like the winters are cold. They actually save exactly. The Team Rocket does actually help out sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes. I look like Michael Jordan. Yes, I look like a really a really tall black guy, a tall bald black guy. Awesome. Can I have his money? Why did I move to Canada from New Jersey? Okay. Isn't Canada full of Indians? Canada's a multicultural country. We're full of everybody. We got Indians, we got Asians, we got Americans. We have like we got everybody. We got Irish, we got Scottish. It's a very culturally diverse country. It's kind of crazy that nobody in the anime acknowledges the English speaking Meowth. Sometimes they do. Once in a while, people get caught off guard. Sometimes people act like it's completely normal. I see now that you said, yeah. Sometimes, like I don't like Team Rocket, but like the fact is they occasionally do something right. Do I know any French? Bonjour, comment ça va? Oshinoko season 2 is so fire. I just watched like 2 episodes and I'm liking it. You're liking it a lot. Awesome. That's great. That's really good to hear. Well, ethnically yes, but no, I'm not European. I mean, like I'm not from Europe. I just have ethnic genes. I have European genes, but no. What's your favorite dinosaur? Triceratops. Triceratops. It's got a shield for its head, for a head. Can't go wrong with that. The fact that you like, the fact is I look like Michael Jordan, and the fact is Jacob, you need glasses. You need glasses and maybe therapy. Actually, probably you definitely need therapy. I'm sure ancestors are. I mean, yes, my ancestors are European. From what I've heard so far, I feel like you'll like the Sun and Moon anime more the most. I mean, we'll see. I'm nowhere near Gen 7. It's pretty far off, but I'll get there. Anyone here play Battle Cats? I can't say that I have. Can't say that I have. Don't really know. I don't know it. I love Sun and Moon. I'm looking forward to getting there, but I'm very far off. You low-key look like Guillaume. Not gonna lie, your physique is crazy. How? Oh, look, I love Guillaume. I don't look like him. Let's be real. Favorite siege in real life? We're talking about like a military siege? I don't know. I don't have a favorite siege. Canada is literally next to Sweden. What's your definition of next to, may I ask? Because like I have some geography questions for you. Because like, what? Now this is a great tug. I don't even know what that means. And I don't like a lot of the new Pokemon games. I happen to, well, Pokemon Red isn't new. I like Black 2, but Black 2 is like 10 years old now. I haven't played a lot of the newer ones, to be honest. Do I watch SWAT Cats? I don't know what that is. You're in Gen 4, that's not that far off. I think it's pretty far off. Keep in mind, Diamond and Pearl is 195, 96 episodes. So like a season is long. It's long. You're trying to think of an anime character you look like and maybe the ice guy from One Piece. I don't look like Aokiji, so no. I recommend watching the Siege of Tyre from Alexander the Great's army. I'm probably gonna pass, to be honest. Bird Alchemy, name the Crow Alchemist. But like, what does that even mean? Like, what are you doing with birds? What are you doing to the birds? Leave the birds alone. Ireland has no neighboring countries. Do I want an anime that needs more love? I mean, you can name an anime that needs more love, but like I already watch a lot. I don't have room for more at the moment. You look like you would save me from a fire. I mean, I might, possibly, potentially. You look like a Mitsuru. Now, okay, we have devolved the conversation into random characters that I apparently look like, most of which I do not look like. Black 2 is 15. Is it? Oh, wait. I wasn't. Is it 15 years old now? Wait. I played Black 2 in college. Actually, I think I was off by a little bit. To be fair, Aokiji is by far the closest comparison yet. No, the closest comparison is Pete Davidson. It's probably Pete Davidson. You look like Deku? No. No, I do not. Deku is a child. Deku's he's a child. You look like every anime character that is how Sigma you are. Exactly. I am just everybody. I am just if you took every character and put them into one. To be fair, Aokiji is by far the closest comparison. I legit think you look like a lighter skin Aokiji. I don't see it. The head shape, the jaw, the chin, the hair, the height, nothing. There's nothing there. I'm starting my basketball manga. Do I think I will make it? Like, here's the thing. Are you going to stick with it? Are you going to push through the hate? Are you going to push through the negative feedback? Are you going to do it because you love it? Okay, that's all that matters. Do what you love. Ignore the hate. Ignore the criticism. I mean, sometimes take constructive feedback if you want to make your story better. But, like, if people are just hating to be rude and dismissive, ignore those people. They're not worth your time. Just keep going with it. Hang on, I just got a very important text because I'm going out today and I want to see if that, do I want to download it? Okay, I'll wait for that to load. You're really everybody. You're strong like Yome, handsome like Sasuke, thick like Mitsu. Okay, all right. Go for the live action season 3. What are we? I am not. Okay, guys. Do you want me to ruin one of your favorite live actions? Because I would be a terrible actor. I would be a terrible actor. I can't remember lines. I would ruin the series for you guys. How is the new apartment? I think it's great. It's fantastic. Also, I just realized we are way over time, so I got to end in 3 minutes. I actually was supposed to end the stream about 40 minutes ago, but I did not do that, so my hair looks floofy. It is currently semi-floofy. It's not in full floof. You look like Dragonite. I mean, at least you picked up cool Pokemon. At least you picked a cool Pokemon. And before we end the stream, because we're ending in like 2 minutes, don't forget to follow on Twitch and join the Discord. We're live in the morning. What's wrong with you, dude? Come on. Titan American Football, Armor Titan does a touchdown. I could see that happening. He's pretty fast. Favorite Ippo fight is probably Ippo versus Sendo round 2. I think you could do a pretty good Aizawa cosplay. I'd be happy to do it. Okay, guys, I'll mention this. I'll mention this very briefly because I don't want to push it. If you want to fund cosplay projects and decide what I do, support me on Patreon and I will do more cosplays. By the way, I will say this. I will mention this. I am cosplaying Gogeta again this year, and my new wig is on the way. Fun fact, someone did the calculations and estimated the Boulder Guillaume push is easily 80,000 pounds. It didn't look like 80,000 pounds, and I'm pretty familiar with rocks. I don't think it weighed 80,000 pounds at all. Not even close. How many body pillows do I have? 0. I actually only have 2 regular pillows. You don't believe what? You don't believe what? I look like Bronny James. I don't know who that is. Did I watch the new JoJo's? I have not. I still haven't started part 5. The Founding Titan does a pass to the Beast Titan Zeke, throws it at a Falcon. Falcon grabs it, and touchdown. Very nice. Very, very well choreographed. Great stream. I'm glad I got to catch you, even if it was just for 30 minutes, and I appreciate you being here, Jacob. That rock was 80,000 plus. I don't think it was 80,000 pounds. Also, people who do calculations from like manga chapters and stuff, they don't know what they're doing. Takasuko versus Hawk. Oh, that was a great fight. So like, look, I love Takamura's fights, especially against Hawk. Hawk was a terrible person. Seeing him get knocked out was a lot of fun. So I will give you that. I'm just a huge Ippo fanboy. See you later, Price. What's my opinion on Kodomo no Jikon? Is there another name for that? Is there like an English translation? Kodomo no Jikon. Damn it, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Jikon. I don't know it. Do I like femboys? I don't care if you're a femboy. I don't care if you're a straight boy. I don't care what you do with your life. You do you, as long as you're happy. I look like Odin. Okay. I mean, I do like it hard boiled. I mean, I guess. Nah, I don't look like Odin. Okay, one more comment. What do I think of the conflict is going to be in the new Avatar? That's a good question. What do I think the conflict is going to be between in Avatar: The Last Airbender? Here's my guess. Here is my guess. So the war between everyone else in the Fire Nation is over, right? That doesn't mean that everybody is satisfied with the outcome and may still have a hostility towards the other nations, right? So there's probably going to be remnants of that war still brewing, and they have to resolve that. So let's call it there. Okay, so guys, we're gonna be on Twitch in the morning, continuing our Andromeda playthrough. Oh wait, no, wait. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's Friday. I don't have a Twitch stream tomorrow, but I will be here tomorrow. I will be here again tomorrow. See you guys there. Please follow me on Twitch anyway. We're heading out. So.